Honourable Member for St. James North.
Thank you, Chair. First, wish to congratulate the two ministers and, on the approach they've taken and their team to their task, and like to be, in terms of parochial, in terms of my constituency, for my first comment. I know, Minister, that you have outlined a number of roads to be done throughout the country, Scotland District and other areas, highways, but St. James North, my constituency, I wish to give you the opportunity to tell the residents of my constituency what roads are being proposed to be done in this coming financial year in that constituency. From the time I became a member of Parliament 8 years ago, even before, I've been constantly writing ministers of transport and works. Not you, sir, I haven't written you yet. You were toured with me, I think in November, as well as the Honourable Member for St. John in some parts of the constituency. But there are about 17 roads in St. James North that are in a state of disrepair. I noticed that I think we had a survey a couple years ago which said that 70% of the roads in Barbados are either poor or in a bad state. And while I appreciate that, I think that some roads in St. James North are particularly bad, especially where I took you, sir, and Minister Griffith in Aston Hall. All the roads there essentially on the St. James North side are pretty poor, as well as of Rotdunda. We were all requested to name one road in our various constituencies which we will wish to be repaired, and Rotdunda is the one in St. James North. So I'll give you that opportunity, sir. Secondly, on the issue of the quality of water, we know that many pipes in Barbados are between 50 and 100 years old, and there's a need for total reconstruction and replacement, refurbishment of pipes, and St. James North hasn't escaped that in terms of quality of water, poor quality brown water in many areas. And I'm wondering if you wish to, I'm going to ask you to expand on that, sir, within certainly the constituency of St. James North. Finally, Madam Chair, wish to speak on the vexing problem of inability of residents in some parts of St. James North, some parts of Aston Hall, for instance, Clark's Road, some parts of Rotdunda, to be able to access water supply because of the Zone 1 policy. And while we understand that we have to maintain the integrity of the water supply system in Barbados, that is extremely important. I believe from an engineering viewpoint in 2021, the third decade of this century, that there are scientific possibilities to regulate and reform the Zone 1 policy position of our country and allow water in some of these various households. Some of these houses that have been present for 30, 40 years, it isn't that they are recent squatters. So, and this has implications as well too in terms of the ability to install waterborne indoor toilet facilities. Again, very important, and one of the policies of this government to replace pit toilets with indoor toilet facilities by 2027. I know, sir, that there's a water zonal or water zoning groundwater protection policy in place, and I'm wondering if you could speak to that as well within the context of this issue water supply, or the difficulty of the Barbados Water Authority supplying water in these Zone 1 areas. Thank you, Madam
Thank
Chair.
you.
Thank you, honorable member. Well, I wouldn't be able to give you, honorable member, a list of all the roads that you would like done. I know you said you submitted 17, but I'm not in a position at this point in time to confirm the number of roads. But rest assured, when we commence that program, we will communicate with you. We'll be in dialogue with you, and we will let you know in advance, as I would always do, when we intend to commence roadworks in your area. In respect, I must, however, tell you that we are finalizing the Carlton to Rotundo stretch, and I think, well, you spend a lot of time in your constituency, so you will know that. And I'm also pleased to tell you, even though you didn't ask me, that the drain at Clark's Road, this is one that connects on to the retention pond to take the water off the Ashton Hall area. We did a tour last year. I'm pleased to tell you that is 75% complete, so you'll be very happy for that. In respect of the vexing, to quote you, problems of the access to water in the Zone 1, what I would like to do now is to ask Dr. Mawanza of the Barbados Water Authority to speak to your specific concern.